Creating content consistently takes a lot of work, whether you are putting out a new blog post or creating content for social media. So today I'm going to be sitting down and showing you my systems for how I stay consistent with my blog. So if you want to follow along, grab a notebook and let's get started. First things first, you have to make sure you have the right tools. I have a planner to plan my week, and I use a blog content calendar to plan my blog posts. It's important that you plan out your posts and you keep track of what blog post is going out next so that you can stay consistent. This will not only help you stay consistent, but it will help you strategically plan your content so that you're not just posting whatever you feel like, whenever you feel like. So get yourself a planner and a blog content calendar. I personally like to use a physical planner, but I use a digital content calendar that I have created in Google Sheets. And I actually have this content calendar in my shop. So if you guys see my content calendar and you want it for yourself, I'll leave a link down below to it and you can check it out. The next thing is to have a running list of blog post ideas. Whenever you get inspiration for a blog post, make sure to write it down. You never know when you're gonna run out of ideas and need something to pull from. If you have my content calendar, I have a place for all of your ideas to go because you wanna make sure that you have all of your ideas organized and in one place. You don't wanna have a great idea, write it down on a random page in your notebook and then lose that idea forever. So I have all my ideas here and they're organized by the categories that I have on my blog. This makes it really easy to sort through them because if I decide that I want to talk about blogging one day, I have all of my ideas in one column. If I decide I want to talk about organization, I have all of my ideas there. If you don't have a lot of blog post ideas, take the time and do a brain dump. Go through your old blog posts and see, can I do a follow-up post to this? Head to Pinterest and get some ideas that way. Or you could look at some other content creators and see what they're posting and get some inspiration that way. We don't want to directly copy anybody's idea, but if you see a blog post that you like, write it down. Those are kind of the basic things that you need in place for any of these strategies to work, so make sure you have those first. But now we're actually going to be getting into ways for how you can consistently post on your blog. You first need a schedule. If you want to be posting consistently, you have to have systems in place that are going to hold you accountable to that. And you can schedule out as much or as little as you feel that you need to hold yourself accountable. A few different methods you can try is theming your days. Each day you have a set task that you do. Now that doesn't mean that's the only thing that you do in that day, but you have to do that task on that set day. So for example, let's say Monday is your blog post writing day because Wednesday is when your new blog post comes out. So you write a blog post every Monday. And then on Wednesday, since that's when your new blog post comes out, maybe you spend the day promoting that blog post. And then on Sunday, that is when you do all of your other social media promotion. Whatever tasks that you do in your business, set themed days for when you can do those things. I tried this out a few times and it personally hasn't worked for me because I like a little bit more flexibility in my week, but try this out and see if it works for you. Batch creating your content is something that I really like to do. You basically just sit down one day and you knock out all of the similar tasks that you need to do for your business. So maybe you take some time to batch your blog posts. This is kind of similar to theming your days, except for you don't have a specific day when you do these things. So for example, maybe one Monday you decide that you have the inspiration to write blog posts. So you sit down and you write as many blog posts as you can. But then the next Monday you decide you don't really feel like writing blog posts or you have them all done, so you don't need to write them, so you decide to do social media that Monday instead. Admittedly, it can be a little bit more chaotic than theming your days because you don't have a set day when you are batching that content. But if you thrive off chaos like me, this might be your method. You also want to decide how much you are going to post. If you're new to blogging, I recommend that you post one blog post a week. That's really all that you need. But if you think you can handle it and you want to get a little bit more content out there for you to share, you can up it to 2 blog posts a week. The key here is finding what works for you. Personally, I waited until I had 10 blog posts live before I launched my blog. But keep in mind, this is my 3rd blog I had ever launched, so I knew what I was doing. If this is your first blog, just start posting. It doesn't really matter how much or when, as long as the schedule that you set up for yourself is something that you can consistently keep doing. You don't want to say, okay, I'm going to post 5 times a week in my blog, every single day on Instagram. I want to share 3 pins a week on Pinterest, and I also want to use Twitter. You're going to burn yourself out because that is way too much content to start posting, especially when you are first starting out. If you want to remain consistent with your blog, one of the easiest ways to do that is to create content early. If you're already ahead in your content creation, it is going to make it easier to post it when it should be. That way, if something comes up in your life, you can focus on that, or if the days just get away from you. Like for example, me shooting this video. I'm currently shooting the day before this video goes live, meaning I have to shoot, edit, and upload all in one day. So take my advice and don't do this. Create content early so that you don't realize halfway through the day that you need to post a new blog post tomorrow. Trust me, it saves you a lot of headaches. What I like to do is try and create blog posts a month early. But if that is too much, you can also just create your blog post the week before. So when you are writing a blog post, it is not going live that week, it is going live the following week. That way you're just a week ahead and you have your content and you don't have to rush it every single week. We cannot talk about being consistent without talking about holding yourself accountable. Because when you're uploading content on the internet, there is no boss to tell you when that deadline is, or to hold you accountable if you miss an upload. So if you're horrible at motivating yourself, hi, it's me. You need to find some way to make sure you stick to that schedule. For me, it's a promise that I made to my audience to upload video every single week. And also, my husband is my accountability partner. He is always making sure I am on top of the next blog post or YouTube video upload that needs to go live. So if you can't motivate yourself, find someone who will. Whether that is letting your audience know how often you're going to be uploading and sticking to it, or if you need to find someone in your real life to hold you accountable. If you're the type of person that can motivate yourself, you can either give yourself a reward when you upload that new blog post, or you can give yourself a punishment if you don't upload that blog post. Like, let's say you go to your favorite coffee shop every week a new blog post goes live to give yourself a treat, and you only go to that coffee shop if you upload. The reward can't be something that you were going to do anyway, because that kind of defeats the purpose of the reward. If you're going to Starbucks every day and your reward is to go to Starbucks, that's not a reward, that's just a daily routine. And then if you don't upload a new blog post, you can come up with a punishment for yourself, if you want. Now, if you miss an upload for a legit reason, like a family emergency or school or kids or something like that, miss the upload. It's okay. But if you didn't do it simply because you were lazy, that is not a good enough reason to miss a blog upload. Staying consistent with your blog can be difficult to do, but these strategies will help you make sure you create a consistent schedule and stick to it. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel down below for more videos just like this. And check out some of my other videos right here or right here. And I'll see you next week. Bye!